Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to League of Legends. But not just any League of Legends. Which League of Legends is this?
Season 4, I do believe.
It is indeed. We are on the 4.1 patch. We are excited. We're hoping your pre-season is going well. We're hoping your placement matches are going well. I'm sure they're not, but you know, nice to stay positive.
Yeah, a lot of people are actually complaining about the system they've been using, and I've just been staying out of that one. So basically, we are once again casting some solo queue matches. We don't seem to have any tournaments at the moment, but we will do quite soon with a couple of cool events coming up, such as the League Click, 16 perf teams, and the OCWA T2.1. So we're going to be getting pretty busy over the past couple of weeks casting some tourneys, but for now, we are in solo queue to cast some fantastic OCE games.
We are indeed. Over here on the blue side, we have Omega Zis as our Riven, Scar X99 as our Heimerdinger, Rusty Bones 3 as the Jinx, Refresh as our Yana, and Tempest as our Vi.
Over on the red side, we got Sparkle Rider as the mid laner Yasuo. We got Bliss Monster as the Renekton in the top lane, and a Psychologist jungling as Kha'Zix. Rekka, I do believe, as a Leona support with Ignite, and Enslaved by Zeph is the Sivir for the ADC of red team.
Indeed so, and in case you haven't worked it out by now, we are the Generals Gentlemen. I'm Image Machine.
I'm Archon Hawk.
I'm Squizma from Keydale.
And here we are indeed. So, what do you guys think about the team comps here?
Well, I'll let my good friend Swizmar here start us off.
Oh man, I'm pretty excited. The Janna, since her new changes, I really want to see how this heal goes down, especially this like quite aggressive lane, quite aggressive comp of Riven and Vi working together with a Jinx. So Jinx does a good job if trying to get a killer or a turret shot. She can catch up with the rest of the team. So in dive situations, she does really well in that. It's really common pick up since the LCS. You can see Jinx can pick up. So I think blue side has got a pretty strong matchup with an all-in engage. But it really depends how Sparkle Rider plays this off with his win wall. Coming out from Yasuo in the mid lane. I really want to see if he gets some good ones. It's actually, I think our first game is Yasuo we've casted.
I've never casted him before.
Yeah, no, I don't think we've casted him either. But yeah, Yasuo's win wall is going to be really, really nice against blue side. I mean, you got like Heimerdinger, his Rocket Barrage. You even have Blade the Exile on Riven. I mean, the zaps and the damage from Rusty Bones. It's a pretty fantastic pickup to grab that Yasuo.
Yeah.
Going in onto Scar, actually doing a fair bit of damage there. That's a nice exchange, and he just keeps bringing it on here. And we were saying earlier how powerful the Sweeping Blade is, because the dash resets every half a second.
Yeah, it does, and you can just dash away from damage. It gives us really great avoidance and just fantastic engage. We'll have to see how he goes in this lane against Jaime.
It'll stop him from hiding the minions behind his turrets. I'm pretty sure he can just dash through turret, get some more damage out. But how's Riven going to go in this top lane since her new changes versing this Renekton? Renekton's such a bowler in the top lane.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be interesting. I noticed she started Doran's Blade and not Doran's Shield. We're seeing a lot of top laners be sharding Doran's Shield and health pots as opposed to going straight for the Doran's Blade and often going for the Doran's Blade later. She's gonna have a bit of a tough time, I think.
Oh, what? Omega Zis gets taken out there. Where did the damage come from?
Wow.
Blitz Monster getting him under the tower and still finishing off. But meanwhile, Tempest Psychologist may go for an engage, but Tempest doesn't want to pick that one. Rather wants to save her tower from Blitz Monster here. Will actually flash away from the turret and takes 2 tower shots there. That was a bit of a blunder there.
Yeah, very, very low, and being chased by Tempest with the double buffs. I don't know if she actually has flash up, but I don't think she can quite get that engage. Look how she's going for it.
Oh,
nice juke.
Under the tower though for the stun, actually. That's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange there. Oh, fantastic play by Bliss Monster.
Exactly what he wants. He's going back to base anyway, and getting, you know, that 2-for-1 is just fantastic in the top lane, especially when he's probably going to go down for that Riven, for the Vi gank anyway.
So he flashed during Vault Breaker.
He flashed, he had to dodge the Vault Breaker and then dash back in, got the stun under the tower and just did deep damage.
She was quite deep though. She chased him and she gave away the double buff, and now she's coming back to lane without double. Her jungle's going to be quite a bit slower now, this Vi, giving that away like that.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, but Renekton's come back to the lane with a giant spell, first item before 5 minutes. It's going to be quite hard for Riven to actually poke him out of the lane, and he'll probably win all his trades from here on in.
She has the boots though, so she can disengage if she wants to.
That's true.
Yeah, definitely can. Looks like a Psychologist may be looking for Tempest here, but got to be careful. Vi's damage can be quite powerful by straight, but I mean, obviously you're facing up against a Kha'Zix.
Psychologist has the red buff as well in the top lane, actually. Omega Zis is continuously getting bullied by Bliss Monster here. she definitely doesn't have the sustain that Bliss Monster has in the top lane.
Yeah, no, exactly not post-nerfs. Interesting lanes down the bottom, I have to say. Seeing a Jinx Yana, not something you normally see. Normally see, you know, Jinx with like a high engage, a nice spell shield.
Yeah, fantastic work there, because it means that, like, the Jinx really relies on the zap to slow them down to sort of start off the engage, and then not only is it giving the Sivir extra mana, but it just means that she isn't getting wounded and isn't getting slowed. She can usually exchange quite well.
Yeah, definitely. Bliss Monster getting deep on the Omega here.
Yeah, going for a bit of an exchange. Psychologist actually will join the party here, but Omega Zist backs away for now, but actually may go for a ward. That may be the end of our Riven here. Flashes for the engage and gets the kill with the Void Spikes there. I mean, you know, you have to ward, but sometimes you ward at the wrong time.
Fantastic flash for that leap there. It's dangerous to ward against a Kha'Zix. It's not somewhere you want to be.
That's quite scary. I wasn't expecting him to flash then. I thought he was just going to Void Spike into a leap, but no, he went all in that, and he got it, and that was great. He finished off with the Void Spike, and this is just going to start the Kha'Zix snowball kind of trend now. So we might really see this red team taking this. Got a great early game.
Yeah, I got to point out here in the mid lane, look at the CS, 29 on our Heimerdinger here, and 54 for the Yasuo Spark Reader. So he's really doing quite well in this lane.
And definitely even post 6, he's going to have a fantastic time with Windmill.
Bliss Monster actually popping the Dominus under the tower here. Mega 6 is only level 4. The damage is ridiculous, but an incredibly greedy move there will turn that around and be a free kill for Riven. A very interesting move.
It was about 4 auto turret shots then. He just tanked, and I don't really know what for. Like, he could have just pushed the wave and gone out, but it was so much damage he took just from that turret, and he may have actually given away his early game advantage on this Riven.
Yeah, especially, you know, with the Ignite ticking. I mean, he knew that Omega Ziz's Ignite was up.
Enslaved actually just missed that spell shield there a little bit too late. I gotta say, I'm glad these players are playing on OCE. Like, imagine trying to land the spell shield on NA ping.
Oh god, like when we used to play with 250 ping and thought, yeah, that's okay, that's not too bad, that's definitely playable.
Karthus is viable. But he wasn't.
Nice wind wall there. We'll block off the grenade from Skarks here.
Yeah, I have to say, this is a pretty hard counter lane. We see him going with the ult.
Yeah, actually burning everything here. The damage is ridiculous. Popping the barrier, and here comes Tempest. Can Spike Leader get over the wall here? We'll dash through the minions. They can go jump onto the other minions as well. That's a triple dash over the minions. Sultan's barrier, locking him down. Scar's getting incredibly greedy, but looks as though Spike Leader will get taken out by Tempest.
Tempest did a good job at cleaning up after these fights, coming to the lanes, getting ganked, or having a lot of pressure on them, or when an engage happens, she comes in and helps clean up. At least they don't get away with like all that gold.
Yeah, Scar got very, very greedy there, and I have to say the Jinx Yana lane going very, very well. About a 20 CS gap we're seeing down the bottom there.
Yeah, and what surprises me, like as we were saying, is how hard it must be to gank Yasuo. Like, he just kept dashing through those minions there. Bliss Monster, though, is actually below the level of Omega 6. It went from being 6-4 to now 7-7, I guess, now. So, yeah, that tower dive was not a good move by Bliss Monster. We'll go for it again, actually. Takes 2 more tower shots.
Yeah, he's got to be very, very careful. I wouldn't go for quite for the engage under tower post-level Riven. I mean, she was nerfed, but not quite that hard. Going for it again, especially with that Dominus, could be very dangerous.
The damage is ridiculous, though, and the Ignite actually may tick for the kill. Mega's just going back in. I think she realized that she was doomed from the Ignite.
Yeah.
Must have tried to finish her off. So Renekton is really bullying the lane. The Chain Vest and the Giant's Belt is just giving him so much tankiness against the Riven.
That was a much better dive this year. Only taking a couple of tower shots and being able to, you know, slice and dice out of the way.
Wasn't really a dive, was it?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was just right on the edge, and he took a couple of tower shots during the engage. So.
Yeah, slice and dice with the pressure and the stun, and actually going in with just like 40 ferociousness, and then as he gets one auto attack, he actually hits 50 and then pops Q, doing more damage and more healing back. So it was quite smart of Bliss Monster.
Tempest is on a ward here, actually. We'll get revealed. The damage, actually, from Bliss Monster is just so much. Scar, actually, getting a kill in the mid lane, but meanwhile, Bliss Monster can get out of this one in one piece here. Megas is getting the kill with the Blade of the Exile. Psychologist finishing off Tempest.
Just getting there in time. Not quite in time, though, to save Bliss Monster, but still a very, very nice fight. Just the spell shields coming out from Enslaved are just right on the ball, and it's just denying Jinx's... our Jinx on Rusty Bones is denying the zap so much, and that's a lot of her engage.
Yeah, do you think that makes Sivir a bit of a counter to Jinx?
In some respects, I mean, yeah, she can be a very, very nice ADC. It's probably the 3rd most popular ADC we're seeing coming out at the moment.
Oh, actually, we'll do a lot of damage. Reckon taking a couple of shots, though, will keep Enslaved by Zeph alive for now. Because I guess you can also spell shield off the ultimate from Jinx, the Death Rocket. So it could be potentially very rewarding if she can land those clutch spell shields. But she's pretty low now under the tower. Gotta be careful. And make it take it. Oh, actually flashes out of that Death Rocket. Nice play. Rusty Bones incredibly low now. Psychologist moving there. Solar Flare actually lands. Zephyr Blade going in as well. Monsoon will hear her now, but the Ignite will halve that down. And Enslaved by Zeph will pick up the kill. Refresh looking incredibly low here. A Psychologist bringing so much pain into this bottom lane here, but the speed boost from Janna is actually quite fantastic and will keep her alive.
That was a great job. Everyone did a great job there. I thought Enslaved was done for, but that flash into many auto attacks and keeping up with Leona's engage was great.
Oh, I'm surprised Bliss Monster didn't interrupt.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. Could be fairly interesting, yeah, but not the most clutch Monsoon we've seen coming out of Refresh. It tried to knock Wrecker away a little bit, but didn't quite succeed. Yeah, you got to be careful when you're getting low. Wrecker just has such great engage with that Solar Flare.
Tempest powering up the Vault Breaker will back away for now. So tell us about these Monsoon changes.
Yeah, Monsoon has been changed on Janna, her ultimate. It was the pretty much
Hold that thought for 1 minute as the tower actually goes down in the top lane. Omega Ziz actually, for some reason, is able to get this one. I think Bliss Monster was like, that's fine, I'm just going to farm. You can run away if you want to, but that may be his end as Tempest is going back in with a Vault Breaker here. Denting Blows will do a fair bit of sustained damage here. Can he dice over this wall? No, has to flash over the wall.
Yeah, that was good for Renekton there. Lucky he still had his flash up to get over the wall. Unfortunately, missing the slice and dice. But yeah, the changes to Monsoon, it's been reduced by 1 second, but the overall scaling and flat damage has been increased.
Flat heal?
Flat heal, yes, sorry. Flat, yeah, heal. And it actually activate immediately, except instead of activating quarter of a second, what it used to be earlier, so it's straight away healing.
Ooh, Rusty Bones dodged that Solar Flare. Enslaved by Zeph is exhausted, so her auto attacks won't be as powerful. Now, Rusty Bones, her turn to join the fight here, as they're actually getting that dragon in the jungle. So this could be a terrible if Rusty Bones. She's incredibly low here. The spell shield blocked the Death Rocket, and now Refresh will get taken out, and that is a double kill for Enslaved by Zeph.
That was great. They probably shouldn't target Leona too much in that fire. She soaked up a lot of damage early from Jinx and Refresher as well.
Didn't quite land the Vault Breaker, but Assault and Battery did pretty much nothing. The tankiness of Wrecker is actually fantastic. She's trying to run into Spark Blighter, whatever the hell that name is.
Sparkle
yeah, but once the shield wears off, she fell to that Vault Breaker where previously she was pretty tanky.
Yeah, unfortunately, she had to blow the Assault Battery here, but Psychologist is going to be engaging onto Omega.
Yeah, pops the Void Assault there, but did actually wear off for now. The Void Spikes, I don't think actually ticked in that one. Psychologist, wow, getting bursted down. Blade of the Exile finished him off, but that was a 1-for-1 engagement in the mid lane as well. Another 1-for-1 engagement, actually. All these lanes trading themselves.
Trading very, very hard. We do have 8 kills to 11 in favor of the red team, which means we've got about a 2k gold deficit, almost 3k gold, excuse me, K deficit at the moment in favor of red team. They did, of course, secure the first dragon of the game with Bliss Monster coming down for it.
I have a question for you guys. What happens when a Heimerdinger dies to his turrets? Do they keep shooting or are they like inactive?
They're disabled, aren't they? Because he's out of range?
Yeah, they run out of ammo and metal. So yeah, they cannot fire after a certain time when he's dead.
And Slade Zeph taking a lot of damage here actually from the trade of Rusty Bones. Zephyr Blade going for Minion Zap, going on to Wrecker. So nice tanking there from Leona, trying to absorb those attacks from the bottom lane.
Siv is balling out of control. She's got 3 kills right now and straight up bloodthirster. She is behind in CS of Jinx, but she's made up for those kills, as well as the Relic Shield on Leona.
Oh, Solar Flare goes into Rusty Bones. There is a shield and the Monsoon, but the damage may be too much here. The barrier couldn't save her, but the Death Rocket got the kill onto Enslaved by Zeph, and now Janna and Wrecker probably can't do much here.
I definitely wouldn't engage onto a low now. Not the best idea. Sky going to take a fair bit of damage there in the mid lane. 88 CS to 124. Definitely in favour of Sparkle Rider here.
Yeah, Scar managed to get dive under the tower here. Renekton popping the Dominus and the Ignite. Basically everything under the tower. Taking a lot of turret shots, but he doesn't care with that armor that he has on the Sunfire Cape and the Warden's Mail.
Yeah, interesting he decided to start Sunfire Cape even after the nerfs. Quite a good pickup here. We do see Tempest coming in.
Oh, lands the Assault and Battery actually. Gets Blessed Monster, but the damage from both of them is ridiculous and will force her off under the tower. But now Omega is actually back into the lane. Gets the kill onto Sparkle Rider. Blade of the Exile, I think, actually connected, but the armor is just way too much. 165. Bliss Monster is just taking so little damage.
Yeah, it was like pure damage. I'm pretty sure Riven was hitting on Sparkle Rider then because of the Brutalizer. And he might be actually running Armor Pen Quince as well, so that's even more flat damage to be doing on him and shredding through his low armor, which he has. But at the moment, we can see Red still has that advantage. They're not doing too well with it. Bottom lane lacking something in those unorthodox engages. It was like ADC for ADC, and then previously it was the mid lane. It was mid laner for mid laner. Oh, unlucky. No.
Them spell shields as well. Exhaust going back onto Slayed by Zeph. The damage is ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
And the solar flare locking him down. There goes the tower, and probably both of our bottom laners here. Refresh running for her life. Burns the flash. Not a good move at all.
Yeah, that's a fantastic engage there from Red Team. They're going to be pushing down this middle tower as well. Tempest coming in from the side.
Yeah, Bliss Monster though. Damn, he is tanky.
He's super tanky.
Ninja Tabai, Doran's shield. He's not taking much damage at all, and if he doesn't get the damage, he basically just takes down the rest of the team. So that actually may even be the inner turret of the bottom lane here. Dragon respawning in 2 minutes. Scarex may get focused here by Sparkle Rider and a Psychologist here. Yeah, there goes the Void Assault. Barry's being popped here with a knock-up from that ultimate. Got the kill in the end, and now Tempest and Omega Zis actually going back into, but I wouldn't want to pick that engagement here. May actually take down Sparkle Rider, but probably not a Psychologist. Tempest joining the party here now, 2v1 right now. Void Assault, Assault and Battery locking him down rather, but that will be a double kill actually, so that went pretty well.
Yeah, that shut down two of the strongest teammates of Red right there. That was Yasuo and Kha'Zix. They were really strong. Like Kha'Zix was 4-1 before, and he had a very good carry, snowbally kind of just is a snowbally champion. So by getting early kills on him, it's just going to shut down his potential late game and probably delay it a lot. So Tempest doing a good job with that, as well as Riven.
He's pretty much pure glass cannon, but Tempest and Bliss Monster once again battling it out here. Yeah, looking at Psychologist items, he's got pure damage and like even he's got the mobility boots here, so he's gonna get shut down pretty easily if they can focus him down. But the invisibility and his mobility makes him quite hard to do. So Bliss Monster actually may get taken out here. Tempest going in when could be quite a risky move here. May actually see Bliss Monster just try and focus down Tempest, popping the Dominus as well as Sparkle Rider, and a Psychologist moving in as well. Scar's gonna get taken out next. So that's a 2-for-0 sweep. Psychologist jumping over the wall with a leap of resets. Omega Zis now by herself under the tower will get taken down pretty fast. Bliss Monster's pretty low, but he's going to be fine for now. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Rusty Bones running for a life from Enslaved by Zeph, popping that ultimate for the extra movement speed. They reckon may land the Zenith Blade for the stun there. There we go. Nice work. The shields won't be enough as Sparkle Rider jumps in and basically secures that double kill.
Wow, fantastic roll there from Red Team, just being all over the place and securing the ace as well, just in like 2 separate engagements across the map. That's not only going to allow them to secure the mid lane tower, also gives them a ridiculous gold lead. Yeah,
and the dragon's popping up soon, so that may definitely secure a huge gold lead here for the Red Team.
Look at Red's wards in their jungle.
Like fantastic. I was going to say, I was condemning them for their top control and wards, then I looked in the bottom jungle, I'm like, oh, they just placed them all there, okay.
And it basically secured that ace, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
It saw them running. It saw where they were running to, and pretty much from middle lane, they followed them back down and collapsed on them just behind red buff.
Yeah, now after the dragon, we do see a 11,000 gold lead as 18 minutes 30 is on the clock here, so I'm not sure what the blue team can pull out of their hat here to get back into this game. It may start with Omega Zis getting a kill onto Bliss Monster here though. Sparkle Rider almost getting taken out as well, sticking around in that jungle for just a little bit too long there. Omega Zis with the Blade of the Exile, maybe to finish him off here, gets the stun, and the Blade of the Exile active. Didn't quite get the kill, but definitely secured it with an auto attack.
Fantastic work there. I do like to see some switching into sweeping lenses as we're getting later onto the game. Really need to focus on that ward control, especially for the supports who do, of course, have their sights sewn. They got plenty of wards out. Switching in sweeping lenses can be nice.
Oh, Psychologist and Omega Zis going for an engagement here. Which way is this going to go? Popping the Void Assault for that stealth. The damage from Omega Zis is too much, leaping over the attacks here of Omega Zis, but getting destroyed.
Look, not a great engage. Fantastic mechanics coming out from Omega Zis, but I mean, with that sheer glass cannon, the Ravenous Hydra build with another Brutalizer as well on Omega Zis is just too much damage, as well as the fact she's got you know, the shield coming out from Valor and her key strike. I mean, yeah, not smart.
They're pretty much both glass cannon, aren't they? But Enslaved Zeph will try and finish her off for now, but Megazis is a bit more mobile, leaping over the wall, popping on the hunt for that extra movement speed, but it's not as fast as jumping over a wall, unfortunately.
It's not.
She had her abilities up earlier because she had the Boots of Lucidity, plus she actually had the finished Ravenous Hydra, so she was able to get more health, more damage out per second than what Kha'Zix was able to, and Kha'Zix missed a couple of his abilities through Omega's just ability, skill really.
Oh, going under the tower actually to get the tax onto Enslaved by Zeph. Megazis incredibly low. Auto attack didn't quite finish her up, but Tempest not looking too strong right now. Will stay in fight to secure the escape of our Riven here, Omegazis. So yeah, they seem to be getting a little bit greedy at times.
Yeah, definitely. Megazis is balling pretty hard out of control. 8-5-1 now. She's securing kills across the map, and Red Team has got to be careful that they just don't give away free kills. They want to really keep that 10k gold or 9k gold lead that they have out in front. They want to stay in front, maybe secure some more towers, and just pick off individual targets.
Now, as we were explaining before, it's kind of the meta, isn't it? Oh, hey, hold that thought for 1 second. Actually, Scar's getting caught by the Zen of Play. The Psychologist going in as well with a lot of damage here. The Monsoon will knock them back for now, and the Solar Flare will secure the kill onto Scar X, and now Bliss Monster will rip apart Refresh. So definitely not looking good for the blue team.
What were you saying there, Punish?
The meta, isn't it, where like everyone sort of starts off with the warding totems and then just transitions into the sweeping lens?
Yeah, from what I've seen, definitely in NA, EU, they're starting like the first week or so of the LCS.
Oh, landed the Zenith Blade. Can Tempest save Megazis from this one? Probably not. The Zap will slow down a Wrecker, but not the ideal target. But now she is under her inhib turret and should be feeling quite safe right now. But what? Bliss Monster inside of the base of the blue team. They can't focus him down. He is too tanky, but they will try Zenith Blade going in as well. Wrecker is incredibly tanky, controlling his team fights with her initiation. Dominance being popped onto Bliss Monster. A 2v4 by the looks of it here. 3v4 rather. The damage coming from all these parties here. There goes Yasua by the Riven ultimate here. As Psychologist leaping over the wall, resetting his leap and running out of trouble.
Yeah, not too bad, but probably not the best engagement from Red Team. They're going to have to back off now.
Scar getting bursted down by the Boomerang Blade. Refreshed with a nice Tempest. Did knock them back, but wasn't enough to keep her alive in that engagement.
Look, despite the tankiness of Red Team, I mean, Wrecker, it's nice to have Wrecker and Bliss Monster just taking the turret, but they were just in there for too long. The engagement lasted for far too long, and they just didn't really have enough damage with APsychologist off to the side in the brushes still coming in from the jungle.
And Enslaved was quite far behind as well. He just got there and did some clearing, but yeah, he was quite far behind. It would be much more beneficial if they actually all engaged as a team. But yeah, as you were saying about the wards, the sweeping lens has just been so much better pickup, like late game, because of it's better to get vision or deny your enemy vision. Like that just seems more just applicable. Plus, you can just buy wards as well. Like you can't really buy item ward removals too much. Like it's only a pink ward, but that's not that beneficial, really, or cost efficient.
Definitely, yeah. With the removal of oracles, it just becomes so much more important. I mean, if you do upgrade it, you can get that oracle's ability as well. So it is really important to make sure you have ward coverage. Without that oracles, it is necessary for several members to pick up that sweeping lens to really grab your ward control. That's what's happening right here. With this Red Team just going straight for that Baron, but just standing on top of a ward there, APsychologist.
Yeah, but looks as though out of position. Actually, look at this, Enslaved by Zev in the bottom lane split pushing. If they go for the deny, she will get the inhib. Death Rocket didn't quite land in time, and neither did the Blade of the Exile. So that's 2 ultimates burned before a Baroned up Red Team go for an engagement. So this will not go well if we do see engagement here, actually, as we may do. Psychologist getting a very bad shots taken from Rusty Bones. The Wrecker wants to land the Zenith Blade, but can she? Meanwhile, there is going the inhib from Enslaved by Zeph, and maybe even the middle one as well from Bliss Monster.
Such a good job by Red Team. They're just completely denying any porting from blue, and that means the split push is just coming
right
at their base. Enslaved by Zeph is going to get a base tower. They just cannot port back.
Psychologist will get taken out by Megazis, buying a lot of time, as actually the rest of the blue team are walking down to their base, and there is one Nexus tower. The second one will be quite soon. Scar X can't defend them. He's incredibly squishy here. The damage from Enslaved by Zeph will be quite nice, and then we even see the Nexus get taken down here. Dominus being popped, not looking good for the blue team right now. Xpeke balling out under the Nexus here, dodging shots left, right, and center. There goes Enslaved by Zeph, but Blitz Monster, he's too tanky. He's going to solo this Nexus here, unless we see a Monsoon and a Tempest knock him back. Can he get the Nexus? One more shot. He's going to get it by the looks of it.
Oh, wow.
Champion work. What a fight.
Don't let Siva split push.
Guys,
that was
a bad
scary.
idea. Enslaved just pushed in.
Wow. One quick thing, doesn't On the Hunt also affect minions? Is it movement speed, or is it movement speed and attack speed?
Well, it's definitely movement speed. I don't think it's attack speed, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it is.
I think
it's just... I'm pretty sure it's just...
okay, yeah. I think it used to be attack speed, like years ago.
Ages ago. Yeah, they did change it. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the movement speed buff. I'm not sure if it does affect minions. I don't think it does.
I don't believe it does.
It also used to do.
It kind of like abuse it.
Well, it used to do.
Card,
Yeah, I don't really keep up that much, but that's okay because really, gentlemen, that was a fantastic game. Let's go ahead and move on to another cast here, and be sure to like the Facebook page to keep up with all of our content. Until next time, I'm Manager Machine.
I'm Archon Hawk.
I'm Squizma.
Catch you later.
See you guys.